Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from Spiritual Events and Directory. I'm just about to have a chat to Anita Fahd, who is a Theta Healer practitioner. Anita has always had an interest in understanding people and human behaviour, which led her into her lifelong study into the area of personal development and human potential. In the last few years, this interest has extended into the area of metaphysics, where she stumbled across Theta Healing. Anita was amazed with the profound and powerful shifts she experienced in her own life. She decided to teach Theta Healing. Hi Anita, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you going?
I'm good, Sarah. I'm so excited to be talking to you today.
Thank you. Okay, can you just tell me a little bit about you?
Yeah. So I'm based in Sydney. I'm a Theta Healing consultant and practitioner. What else about me? Let's see, I've been doing this for the past 8 years now. My background is corporate. I also have a cake business, so I make cakes, and I've been working in the corporate world for a long time, and I've been always very interested in I guess the mind and looking how, we can change things and what we can do in our lives to make it better. And here I am today.
Lovely. So can you just tell us what Theta Healing is?
Yeah. So Theta Healing is it's a very powerful technique that allows you to identify limiting beliefs, subconscious beliefs, and directly reprogram the subconscious mind to change them.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. So I guess I can give an example of that if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one would be, so you've got a child that is always told by his parents and by his teacher that he wasn't good enough. Then you've got another, or we'll use an adult, and then we'll use another adult. The same thing, was growing up was always told that he was never going to amount to anything. That was the not good enough. Then the other one that was told that he was always praised, always recognised for everything that he did. And so what happens is the child grows up. So the first child grows up, all the negative beliefs that are going on. So he'll sabotage, he gets a really good job and then he sabotages it. And we've all experienced that, where we go through something and think, oh my God, how did I do this? How did I mess that up? Then you've got, and then what happens is, so that child will then be the adult and will go on through life in that way. Then you've got the second child that was always recognised, and they go on through life and their life is great, get a great job, everyone loves them, they're in demand. So then that's, I guess, so what Theta Healing does in that instance is then we look at, so that client will then come to me as an adult and say, look, I always seem to be getting the good jobs, and then I sabotage them and something happens and I don't know what's going on. So what we do is look at, okay, so we'll look at what happens with that. We'll go into a session and we'd see, but they wouldn't be saying that that's from what it is. So with the Theta Healing technique is where we'd identify that that belief started from childhood, when they were told that they weren't good enough. And then we're able to see from that, okay, so yes, I get into a relationship, it gets to a certain point, then I sabotage it. I get to work, I'm really good at work, then I'll sabotage it because that belief comes in, oh, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And so, we work along that.
Yeah.
And then we change that.
Yeah. I know all about that.
Yeah, I think we all do, don't we?
I know. So how's Theta Healing changed your life?
Well, it's changed my life in a lot of different ways. Basically, on the physical side, I've had kidney problems for quite a few years in my life. So I was always in and out of hospital for years. Oh yeah, it's kidney stones, yeah, la la la. So I've had them removed, not kidneys, had stones removed, but I've also been in and out for severe attacks. And probably for about the last 5 years now, I actually haven't had any attacks, because what happened was we started doing theta and working on it. And that was all about resentment and anger, which, I didn't think I had any resentment or anger issues, but I did. So once you're able to identify something, then you can change it. So that's been great from that aspect. I haven't had to go to hospital. I haven't had any kidney issues for a long time. So that's been great. On the relationship side, it's been good because I've always attracted or been in the relationships of the controlling man, or the man that never had time for me, or would slot me in when it suited them, or put you down all the time, or was super needy. And again, I guess with that too, since doing theta, that changed, because I realised that I didn't need that. Like, I needed them to validate me being worthy, or me being good enough to have a boyfriend or a partner.
Yeah.
So I guess with the work that I've been able to do and done on myself and had done to me, it's allowed me to see, well, actually, no, I am good enough to be in a relationship. But I think the most important thing it's allowed me to see is that I can actually have fun and love and respect who I am, you know, because when you're able to do that, you don't need that person to validate and make you feel something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how easy is it to learn and use theatre in everyday life?
Oh, it's so easy. I mean, I do it all the time, and it's very easy. Once you learn the technique, you can do it walking in the park. You can just, as we could do it, you know, sitting, chatting to each other. You can do it there because you're identifying beliefs. You're talking. We're able to identify limiting beliefs and able to change it. So it's a very easy technique to use, and it's and it's something that you can use in your everyday life.
Yeah. And what changes have you experienced from Theta Healing?
The changes I've had, well, if I go into the emotional aspect, I guess, of my life, I don't put everybody, what I've always done is put everyone else first. You make sure you go out and you make everyone else happy, and then somewhere down the line, then I fit into that category. So I'd always try and do everything for everyone, you know, the real people pleaser. And that's changed a lot for me now, because not that I still help other people, but I don't need them to validate my existence or to feel that I need them to make me feel better. Or if I do that for you, then you're going to love me more, and, you know, get another brownie stars. So that sort of thing. So that's allowed me to be more aware of that. And with that, again, it's just allowed me to be more aware, I guess, of my values and my needs.
Yeah.
And then also in business, I've always been a big scaredy cat and figured I have to learn everything. I've got to get everything right, get all my notes right, get everything in order. I've got to know it 100%, and then I can go and do it. And it's given me the courage to actually back myself, I guess, and just think, well, actually, no, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and do it and trust that you know it. Yeah. And it's amazing how it's changed my life in that effect, you know. And as you said, with the whole Brisbane class, I just did it.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're always learning, and we're always going to be learning from each other. But it's a great tool to have, because it really allows you to see those and even hear those negative beliefs and the negative words that I would say, actually, no, I don't accept this, I'm cancelling that. You know what I mean? So it's been fabulous in that respect.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm.
And so where can somebody go to learn Theta Healing? So you teach Theta Healing, you do workshops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do workshops. So I'm doing a workshop in Brisbane in March. So from the 18th to the 20th of March, I'll be running the basic workshop in Brisbane. If they wanted to do it in Sydney, it's run by Mark Anthony, and that's the Australian representative for Theta Healing. Now, he'll be running that in the 29th till the 29th of April till the 1st of May in Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where they're run. And then obviously you can go to the websites, whether it be the directory's website or the Theta Healing website, and get information.
Great. Yeah, so it will be on Spiritual Events and Directory's website, as well as, and I'll have all the links there as well anyway, if anyone's interested. And so where are you based?
I'm based in Sydney. So I live in Sydney, and what I do in Sydney is I work with Mark. So I assist in the classes, and I also do consultations, one-on-one consultations in Sydney, and then I also teach up in Brisbane, and I do phone consults in Brisbane as well, whether they be phone, face-to-face or Skype, and that can be both in Sydney or Brisbane. Okay. That's what I mean, the tool is so versatile that you can do that. You've got that. No, it's not even about flexibility. It's the same results whether you do it on phone, Skype or face-to-face.
Okay, great. Yeah. And so can you tell me a little bit about what you do in your consultations?
Yeah. So what we'll do is the client will come with a presenting issue, and then so we'll sit down. So you'll be sitting, you know, opposite each other, and then I guess basically we'll follow the Theta Healing process. So there's a series of questions that you'll ask, and the whole, I guess, Theta Healing session really is about identifying the subconscious beliefs. And so the Theta Healing allows you to do that. So with the questions that I'd ask you, we'd be going into the feelings, and the feelings aren't coming from the head space, they're coming from the heart space, and they're always going to be different, even though we think they're the same. But once you start going into that feeling,
Yeah.
Then you're able to identify those limiting and those subconscious beliefs. And once we identify the underlying subconscious beliefs, then we're able to change them. And it's like anything. Once you're aware of it, you can change it. If you don't think you've got an issue, then obviously you can't change it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're able to change it. Yeah, and people feel a shift and see the shift and feel lighter by the time they leave. And, you know, there are people that have been working on issues for years and years, and then in one theta session, it's done.
Yeah.
Because we come to that subconscious beliefs.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And so how is theta healing different to other healing modalities? I suppose you just touched on a little bit there, but can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah. So, well, it's fast and it's easy to use.
Yeah.
And I guess the main unique thing about theta healing is the fact that we tap into the subconscious beliefs.
Yeah.
And so you can have an affirmation, but until you come down to the subconscious beliefs to identify what's going on for you and how that feels, then we're able to change it. So it can be that I feel great, but then subconsciously I don't really feel great, or, you know, I feel happy about, or whatever the situation is. So we tap into the subconscious beliefs, and then that's how you're able to change it. So that's the main difference. And again, it's easy and it's simple to use and learn.
Yeah, wonderful. And so how can we find out more information about theta healing?
So there's quite a few ways you can find out more about theta healing. You can go to our website, which is www.thetahealing.net.au.
Yeah.
You can also go to the spiritual events directory, which is yours.
Yeah.
And you can also, well, you can ring me or you can ring the office in Sydney. Did you want me to give you those numbers, or you've got those?
Yeah, I'll put them on.
You put them on, yeah. So that's how you can find out more. But yeah, certainly the website is the best, and then from there just asking the questions.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. You've been awesome.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. It's wonderful talking to you. And thank you for making me feel so comfortable.
You're welcome. I know you were very nervous. You did well.
Thank you. That was awesome. You're great. And I'll see you at Oprah.
See ya.
Bye.